Welcome to War Bios, the podcast where we delve into the most pivotal conflicts in history, dissecting the strategic decisions, tactical innovations, and logistical challenges that shaped the course of warfare. I'm your host, General Biography, and today we're going to explore one of the most fascinating and complex battles of World War I, the Battle of Arras. Located in the north of France, the city of Arras has been a crucial stronghold for centuries, its strategic importance evident in the numerous battles fought on its soil. As we set the stage for our examination of this pivotal battle, let's take a step back to the earliest history of the conflict. The origins of the Battle of Arras date back to the early months of 1907, when the Allied forces, led by General Douglas Haig, were seeking to break through the German defenses on the Western Front. The city of Arras, with its heavily fortified trenches and strategic location, was a key target for the Allies. On April 4, 1917, the British launched a series of raids against German positions in the vicinity of Arras, marking the beginning of a prolonged and bloody campaign. The historical context of the Battle of Arras is deeply rooted in the events of World War I. In the summer of 1916, the Allies had launched a massive offensive on the Somme River, which had resulted in staggering casualties but limited territorial gains. As the winter of 1916-1917 set in, both sides dug in for a long and brutal fight. The German army, under the command of General Erich Ludendorff, had constructed a formidable defensive system, including the Hindenburg Line, a fortified trench system designed to protect their positions and funnel Allied attackers into killing zones. The city of Arras itself was a labyrinth of medieval streets and alleys, surrounded by rolling hills and farmland. The Scarpe River, which ran through the heart of the city, provided a natural barrier against enemy advances. To the north of the city lay the Vimy Ridge, a strategic high point that offered commanding views of the surrounding countryside. The ridge was heavily fortified by the Germans, who had constructed a series of trenches and bunkers to protect their positions. In the months leading up to the Battle of Arras, the Allies had been preparing for a major offensive. British forces, led by General Edmund Allenby, had been massing to the south of Arras, while Canadian forces, under the command of General Julian Byng, were preparing to launch a surprise attack on Vimy Ridge. The stage was set for a bloody and decisive battle, one that would test the mettle of both sides and leave an indelible mark on the course of history. As we explore the earliest history of the Battle of Arras, it becomes clear that this conflict was not just a simple clash of armies, but a complex and multifaceted struggle that involved politics, strategy, and human sacrifice. The battle was shaped by the decisions of commanders, the courage of soldiers, and the devastating power of modern warfare. The primary events of the Battle of Arras began unfolding on April 9, 1917, when Canadian forces, led by General Julian Byng, launched a surprise attack on Vimy Ridge. The Canadians had been preparing for this moment for months, and their careful planning paid off as they quickly gained ground against the German defenders. The capture of Vimy Ridge was a significant turning point in the battle, as it provided the Allies with a strategic high point from which to launch further attacks. Meanwhile, British forces, led by General Edmund Allenby, were launching a series of assaults on the German lines to the south of Arras. These attacks were designed to draw German troops away from Vimy Ridge and create opportunities for the Canadians to advance. The British made significant gains, but at great cost. The fighting was fierce, and both sides suffered heavy casualties. One notable example of the bravery and sacrifice displayed during this period was the actions of the Newfoundland Regiment, which fought bravely on April 14, 1917, in the Battle of Beaumont-Hamel. Despite being heavily outnumbered, the Newfoundlanders launched a series of daring attacks against the German lines, suffering devastating losses, but ultimately helping to secure a crucial victory for the Allies. As General Douglas Haig, the commander of the British Expeditionary Force, noted at the time, the capture of Vimy Ridge and the advances made by our troops in the vicinity of Arras have been a great success and have opened up new possibilities for us on the Western Front. This sentiment captures the sense of optimism and wonder that characterized this period of the battle, as the Allies began to gain ground against their enemies. The fighting around Arras continued throughout April and May 1917, with both sides suffering heavy losses. The Germans launched a series of fierce counterattacks, but the Allies held firm, gradually pushing them back and securing key positions. By the end of May, the battle had begun to wind down, leaving behind a landscape scarred by trenches, craters, and the remnants of destroyed villages. As we reflect on this pivotal moment in history, it's clear that the Battle of Arras marked a significant turning point in World War I. The bravery and sacrifice displayed by soldiers on both sides, combined with the strategic innovations and tactical genius of their commanders, helped to shift the balance of power on the Western Front and set the stage for the ultimate Allied victory. The decline and aftermath of the Battle of Arras were marked by a significant human cost. The Allies had suffered over 150,000 casualties, including more than 50,000 killed or missing. The Germans had also suffered heavily, with estimates suggesting that they lost between 100,000 to 100,000 men. The scale of the devastation was staggering, with entire villages reduced to rubble and the countryside littered with the remnants of war. One notable example of the long-term effects of the battle on soldiers is the experience of the Newfoundland Regiment, which had fought bravely at Beaumont-Hamel in April 1917. The regiment suffered devastating losses, with over 700 men killed or wounded in a single day. The trauma and grief caused by this event would stay with the survivors for the rest of their lives, a testament to the enduring impact of war on those who fight it. In the years following the battle, the town of Arras was slowly rebuilt, but the scars of war remained. The battlefields were left largely untouched, serving as a poignant reminder of the devastating consequences of conflict. Today, the Vimy Ridge Memorial in France stands as a testament to the bravery and sacrifice of the Canadian soldiers who fought and died during the Battle of Arras. The lasting legacy of the Battle of Arras can be seen in its impact on the course of World War I. The battle marked a significant turning point on the Western Front, as the Allies began to gain ground against the Germans. The strategic innovations and tactical genius displayed by commanders during the battle, such as General Julian Byng's surprise attack on Vimy Ridge, would influence military strategy for years to come. As we reflect on the decline and aftermath of the Battle of Arras, it's clear that this conflict had a profound impact on the world. The bravery and sacrifice displayed by soldiers on both sides, combined with the devastating power of modern warfare, serve as a reminder of the enduring cost of war. The battle also highlighted the importance of strategic planning, tactical innovation, and leadership in shaping the course of military conflicts. In conclusion, the Battle of Arras was a pivotal moment in World War I, marked by bravery, sacrifice, and devastation. Its legacy can be seen in the impact it had on the course of the war, as well as its enduring influence on military strategy and our understanding of warfare today. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.